I get a one in the chat? Can I get a one in the chat? Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you so much for that microphone check. Yeah, just vibing to some Tupac, honey. To live and die in LA. I saw a post on Twitter and it made me think of this song. Somebody said, if California goes into the ocean, I'm going with it. This is my home and I'm just going to go with it. And the reason they're saying that is because the next disaster that they're saying is going to happen is a flood, child, or California going into the ocean. They saying, get out of California. I don't think I'm going to run. Let me do a proper greeting to the couple of y'all that are here. Appreciate you. Peace, world, peace. Welcome or welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 trillion goddess, baby. It is a mindset, a frequency, and a vibe, in case you didn't know. Also want to let you know they also call me the Queen of Info, honey, and I'll take it. So let me say hey to everybody who popped in the chat. Beautiful Spirit, Michelle, yes, Juti, Wow Wayne, thank you so much. Queen Keish, yes. All right, let's get into a couple things. This is not a long live at all. Definitely want to make sure y'all know there's a full moon. Today's the official day of the full moon. It's the wolf moon. You know what I'm saying? New beginnings. Full moons typically represent new beginnings, wishes fulfilled, all that good stuff. So make sure you make good use of this full moon. I know I will. Let me take this picture down. So quickly on the fires and the updates. Let me see here. Straight to the LA Times. They really just summarize where all the different fires were at and where they're at today. Southern California wildfires by the numbers, location, size, containment, and more. As we know, multiple wildfires have broken out in Southern California during a historic red flag wind event. Although the cause of each blaze has yet to be determined, all have exploded in or near foothill communities where gusty winds and dry air and vegetation have fueled fast spreading flames. Here's a breakdown of where each fire is located, when it started, and its status. So the Palisades fire is where it started. They said Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. southeast of Palisades Drive. 23,713 acres of land, and remained at 13% containment as of Sunday night. So they're still trying to get a handle on it, they say. I don't see any smoke in the sky. Everything looks clear. I don't smell anything as I was when the fires were burning heavily. So that's good. They say fatalities and injuries, 8 deaths, and an unspecified number or significant injuries to residents. I believe they say the total death toll to their knowledge is up to, I think, 24. Very sad. The summary of this fire is that the Palisades fire ignited quickly amid high winds and dry brush and spread into neighborhoods filled with multi-million-dollar homes. Officials estimated more than 5,300 structures, including many homes, have been damaged or destroyed. As of Sunday, the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection listed 604 structures as destroyed and another 83 as damaged. Many parts of Palisades, Malibu, Santa Monica, Calabasas, Brentwood, and Encino are under evacuation orders or warnings. More than 12,000 structures remain under threat. Shelters have been set up at the following places, and they have all the places listed here. I'm not going to go through those places. I don't think any of y'all need to know that, but if you do, you can look it up. Animal evacuations, large animals can be taken to the following places. There's places for the animals, which is good. The Eaton Fire, which is in a very historic area, mostly black residents in Altadena, which is right next door to Pasadena. They say it started Tuesday at 6:18 p.m. near Altadena. It's 14,117 acres of land. It was 27% contained as of Sunday night. 16 deaths and several injuries, including a firefighter who was hospitalized after a fall, but was expected to fully recover. The Eaton fire spread rapidly amid high winds and dry brush and quickly threatened homes in the foothills. Residents who had lost power were told to flee in the dark as firefighters raced to the scene. Officials say 7,000 structures have been damaged in that fire. They also have evacuation centers and animal evacuation centers. The Hearst fire started Tuesday at 10:29 p.m. near Diamond Road in Sylmar. 799 acres, 89% contained, no injuries reported. The Hearst fire broke out near the area where the Interstate 5 meets the 14 and 210 freeways in Sylmar. The blaze was fanned by strong winds and low humidity. They list their evacuation centers. The Kenneth fire, this is the one where everybody got a evacuation text, and it was an error. But because we have a park nearby, Kenneth Hahn Park, everybody thought it was talking about Kenneth Hahn Park, which is super close. But this fire started Thursday at 3:34 p.m. near Victory Boulevard in West Hills, moving closer to the valley. The size is 1,052 acres, 100% contained at this point, no injuries reported. The fire spread rapidly Thursday afternoon, fanned by strong Santa Ana winds. Evacuation orders and warnings were lifted Thursday night. That's good. The Lydia fire started shortly before 2 p.m. Wednesday in Acton. 395 acres, 100% contained, no injuries. In just 2 hours, the fire ballooned from 80 acres to more than 340 acres on Wednesday in the town north of Los Angeles National Forest in Antelope Valley. Forward progress has been stopped on the fire. So those are the bullet points of the fire updates currently. And they're saying that some strong winds are expected, I believe, tomorrow. And they're fearing that some of these flames may reignite or may be heightened, I guess, by the winds. So we're hoping they get these things 100% contained and get it together, child. Let me come over here. Juti, I want to give you personal info, but in what general area are you? Every time I see LA fire updates, I think of you and hope you're safe. Oh, just email it to me. I don't want to tell, but I mean, I'm in LA. I mean, just very close to walking distance to Hancock Park. Very close to, I'm just giving you like places you may know, Miracle Mile, not far from Beverly Hills and Hollywood. Hop, skip, and a jump. South LA is next door as well. But it's goddessdawnspeaks@gmail. Appreciate you looking out. Yeah, manifesting rain. I think everybody's praying for rain, which is why we may have the next thing might be a water situation, because all these prayers for rain are going to come through at some point. But yeah, appreciate the prayers and the well wishes and the caring in general. So let's move on. I want to move over to my Instagram because I have a lot of things saved over here, as I tend to do. Let's see. Beyonce, they're saying she donated $2.5 million to join LA wildfire relief effort through her Be Good, I guess you pronounce it, foundation. It's very nice of her. She is getting backlash. I don't know if that would surprise you, that she's getting backlash for people saying only 2.5 million. And I believe she and Jay-Z might have lost a home in Malibu. I don't know if it was during these particular fires or something that happened prior. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. I still have my Nosy Goddess picture up. Let me switch my picture. The Nosy Goddess show. I've been posting over there. The whole Twitch drama. I don't know if you guys know what's going on with that. I got all that over there. It's very crazy. Let's see. So I guess Khloe Kardashian opened her big mouth and everybody's on her ass. But basically she called out the mayor of the city, which, to be honest, I was calling her out as well, more so for her lack of response and the fact that, not to say you can't travel and do vacations, but a week into the new year, knowing we were about to have some high winds, which everybody knows those high winds are a danger factor. She was in Ghana. And I questioned, was she getting her citizenship? Because that's a thing. They're offering citizenship to African-American residents of America, or maybe even everywhere, people everywhere, Black people. But yeah, she was in Ghana when the fires are said to have broken out, or on her way. But she came right back. But Khloe posted on her Instagram story, "Mayor Bash, you are a joke." And then she praised this fire chief, one of the many fire chiefs who were in charge of certain fire stations and areas in LA. She's the only one that got any press because she's LGBT. And I think she was chosen, to be honest, to be the face of the fire chiefs. But they said it didn't take long for Khloe to be slammed on IG and X for her remarks. One person even said in her comments, "Someone who has a kid or kids by Tristan Thompson should not be calling someone a joke. When you are the joke, move on." Community star Yvette Nicole Brown she also weighed in. She said, this is from 2022 when Los Angeles was in the midst of a drought. Every citizen was asked to conserve for the good of everyone else. Because of the fires, this is how some citizens responded to the task. Is this a joke, Khloe Kardashian? So basically, the Kardashians have been called out for being among LA's worst water wasters, using 333,000 gallons over county limit in June. In June alone. So sometimes, you got to be careful when you think you are using your free speech and just saying what you want to say when you're somebody like a Khloe Kardashian, where a lot of people don't like you. They're going to come back at you with some receipts. Okay. Keisha Cole is another celebrity, I guess you could call her a celebrity, who lost her home due to the California wildfires. Her celebrity hairstylist, Jonathan Wright, revealed that she lost her home in the California wildfires. This is the video of the images shared, and he showed how the fire completely destroyed her property. And the post says, prayers to freeing her kids and family, as I ask everyone to send them a prayer, uplift her spirit. She was also affected by the fire. Like literally a week ago, we in Miami to come home in this crazy, like mind-blowing, Freen wasn't gonna say nothing. I feel like she should, because this is crazy how it happened to everyone. So she wasn't gonna say nothing, but he decided to put her business out there. I don't know about that, but yes, it's devastating. That's what someone said here. Why would he share her business like that? That's interesting. I agree with that. That reminds me of the whole Twitch thing with the ex or the former wife or widow sharing his business when she got her own business to share. But again, I have all that stuff at the Nosy Goddess. I'm going to be talking about Diddy. He has a new lawsuit. Surprise, surprise. A minor at the time. I'm going to be getting to that in 1 second. Just trying to highlight some things. Jamie Lee Curtis donated $1 million to the wildfire victims. We like that. This man came and he donated cash to people
today, and thought it would be best that I come out and share some of my blessings with the people that have lost everything. And I'm one that, to me, I do this probably 50% of my time is spent in service, and I've found that personally, rather than donating $10,000 or 100,000 blankets or whatever, to personalize things and to personally be here and find folks that I resonate with and actually give them cash. So there's no ties, no strings, nothing. I've got 50s for the adults. I've got 20 for the kids if they want to go buy a toy at the Walmart or the Target down the street. It's the least that I could do. So I had a little hard time of coming here, where I know most of the people from the Palisades in Malibu are. If I see somebody, don't take me wrong, don't get you the wrong way, but if they have a Louis bag, I'm probably not. Yeah. That money's not earmarked for them, but you never know. There's people, elderly people that live in the apartment building. So really those people in need, and I would hope that if they're not, they would pass and allow somebody else to take that. My heart just...
That's a really beautiful thing for somebody to do. And he expressed a belief in the power of personal connection during crisis. And he does this all the time. He says 50% of his time he's doing service work. As this is an example as well, as not to judge a book by its cover, because some people may look at this guy and think that, they may even think he might be a criminal with the tats and the bald head, might think that he is, a person who's up to no good, might think that he's somebody who don't have a dime to his name. But shout out to him. I love that. Let's see. I think I'm going to play Whoopi has some things to say about people.
A fire catastrophe in California had to do with winds. You know how they're always saying, oh, the wind. It actually does. The winds move things and sparks move things. And it doesn't matter how much water you have if 900,000 buildings go up at the same time. Now, having lived in California, having lost every house save for one that we ever lived in, I take great offense at pointing fingers. You should be pointing fingers about how can we help? Yeah. It's too soon to be saying, oh, it's Gavin's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's like us taking seriously that there are, magic lasers in the sky that direct the weather. That doesn't work. It doesn't happen. This is a catastrophe, and this is what's happened. And let's try to figure out how to work towards not having it happen again. But, we don't control Mother Nature. Mother Nature doesn't give a damn what we want. Mother Nature does what she does. And if you're in the way, this is what happens. And California is chock full of people. There was a fire catastrophe.
Okay, Whoopi. Well, these, I meant to say that she had things to say about people who were criticizing or blaming Governor Gavin Newsom and the mayor Karen Bass for their response to the LA fires, and she's going off on people. I can't agree with her with regard to the weather manipulation. I think there's enough scientific evidence out there that look up CERN. There are definitely proven facts that there's ways and means and past things that have happened to show that there's evidence, that there is weather manipulation. Cousin Tino, funny, shout out to Cousin Tino. I met him at the Tory Lanez trial. But he said, funny thing is they had the lady Ginger Z on their platform several times talking about weather control devices, scientists, and the government it uses. Okay. So she even had somebody on her channel talking about these things and probably spitting facts, but yet she wants to denounce it. Some people, these celebrities do these things because this is what they're paid to do. They're like spokespeople for certain agendas, governmental heads and things. And this is what her job. That's why she's been at the head of the table on The View for so long. This is what she is there for. So that's that on that. So Kim Kardashian is out here stomping for the prisoners who are helping to fight these fires. She wants them to make $10 as opposed to $1, I think. Wait, let me see. It says, as inmates continue to fight fires for mere dollars a day, several people are calling for them to receive much higher compensation. As the BBC reported, there are nearly 1,000 incarcerated people helping to fight the devastating blaze. Sadly, some outlets estimate that these individuals make roughly $20 a day, though some values are much lower. As if the extremely small pay is not harsh enough, many of these inmates are sharing the tumultuous conditions on the front lines. Capital and Maine reporter Jeremy Lindenfield spoke with several of these incarcerated fires about this. Let's see if they have that here. Okay, well, he said, today I was granted access to speak with incarcerated firefighters. They told me they hadn't showered in 5 days. They were not provided regular meals, I guess. They were working 24 hours in a row. They feel underappreciated and underpaid. The incarcerated firefighters have been paid $1 an hour to risk their lives, and this pay has been the same since 1984, which means that this has been going on since at least 1984. It has never been raised with inflation. It was raised when fires got worse and many died. This year, there was an agreement to raise the incarcerated firefighter pay to $5 an hour, but it got shot down last minute. I am urging California governor to do what no governor has done in 4 decades and raise the incarcerated firefighter pay to a rate that honors a human being risking their life to save lives and homes.
Fight fires. They don't make no fight fires in jail, ma'am. They might make your son fight the fire, though. Not mine.
So this is Blueface's mother. I don't even know why she has a platform to speak on for the world on the Baller Alert platform. But she's saying her son too good to do that, child. Somebody said, only plus I see from Googling about the California inmate firefighters is that they can request that their records be expunged and they can become firefighters when released. I'm sure it boosts some of their morale because of what they're doing. Well, I do agree they should get paid more. It's grueling work. But I can say I've personally known people in the past who've gone through these programs, and they are programs from what I understood from these people, I'm not saying this particular fire, I don't know. They may have just pulled anybody. I'm not sure. But I know that they have programs for these, they call them fire camps. And they had to apply, go through a rigorous training, and pass very hard tests, physical tests. So it wasn't easy, but when you make it in, you get better lodging, they get better food while they're, waiting on, I guess, to go out to the fires. Because just because you make the program, you may get a fire, you may not. You may get more than one fire, you may get none. But while you're at the camp, you're getting, they have to feed you well, they have to keep you in shape. So you're out hiking and doing all this like physical work. So you're not just sitting around in the prison like everybody else and getting in fights and all that stuff. And one false move and they will cut you from that program. So you got to be on your best behavior, Oh, I want to say hi to Beautiful Spirit. I saw she popped in. 4 years old and 84. I heard that. It should be raised. Juti says should be raised. For once, I agree with Kim. For once? Oh, Kim Kardashian. Okay. They always have a black person be a flunky. I'm not a racist, but it's true. Oh, you talking about Whoopi? Of course, they wouldn't have Blueface fight a fire. He can't even fight form a sentence, let alone fight fire. His bad skin and hair will only intensify a fire. He probably wouldn't make the program. He wouldn't make it. You got to be real tough and strong to go through the rigorous training that they put you through. And you also have to have, it's a certain mindset. Like you can't be out there being a problem starter or a problem person. Problematic, should I say. Let's see, what else? What else do I want to talk about before we move on? Kellogg's, child. Real quick. You guys hear about Kellogg's? We have to boycott Kellogg's. Apparently they killing the kids or killing us in general with the cereal dyes and whatnot. But there's a whole movement.
Get off my lawn! Please, have a sign! It says get off my lawn! We're starting a mandatory boycott from this moment forward. Do not buy Kellogg.
This is a monumental moment. We are going to march to Kellogg's to deliver over 400,000 voices and demand they meet with us. This will be the biggest petition ever collected taking on the food industry. It's time for Kellogg's to do the right thing for American families. We deserve the same safer cereals other countries get. Kellogg's, if you're listening, please let us in. You cannot turn your back on this many voices.
Hi, I'm with corporate security. I'm not a spokesperson. I'm here to help facilitate the delivery of your petitions. The building is card access only, so you cannot let anybody in today. I will take these. I will take you where they need to go, and leadership will review them. We don't have anybody from leadership available today to speak to you all.
We have 400,000 voices here on a petition. We've been calling, we've been emailing, we've been sending letters to your corporate headquarters to have a meeting and discussion. We have a shareholder right here that's being denied entry to the building to have a meeting.
I appreciate your efforts. However, I will escalate this to leadership and they will respond in kind.
So Kellogg's is going to turn their back on the American children today.
I am just with corporate security. I'm not a spokesperson for Kellogg.
Well, the executives are right there looking.
Come out! Stop hiding from us!
Let us in!
Let us in!
Let us in!
Let us in! We have a sign! We have a sign that says get off my lawn!
So I don't know what sparked this or why the people are just figuring out Kellogg's is a shit cereal, but they had the Fruit Loops and the Frosted Flakes and all those things up there, which are fan favorites, but they are horrible with the preservatives. Somebody said, the caption says, "I am disgusted at the corporate greed of Kellogg's. Time to hit them where it hurts. Cancel Kellogg's." Now, somebody said, "Stop buying their products and they will change. They don't respond to marching, yelling, and signatures. They respond to money. Dry up their money and watch what happens." Yes, I'm gonna like that. So they have 400,000 signed petitions that they want to hand over to Kellogg executives. What do you think they're going to do with those petitions? Do you think they're going to go through them or do anything legitimate with them? Or you think they're going to go into a dumpster fire? Yeah, I'm voting for the fire. Hi, Chrissy Power. Apparently they have the dyes and the preservatives in the cereal are deadly. Imagine the shelf life of these cereals are supposed to be like forever. I don't know. I'm just getting hip to this myself. But yeah, I'm sure there's more information online. So back to the fires real quick. They say there's been nearly 30 arrests made amid LA County fires, 2 arrested for curfew violations near Kamala Harris's Brentwood home, 1 for impersonating a firefighter to burglarize Malibu homes. So there's people out here getting arrested for doing dumb things. Yeah. I think they saved Brentwood. Brentwood is right next door to Beverly Hills, and it's also a very, very exclusive and affluent neighborhood, multi-million-dollar homes. President Zelensky of Ukraine offers to send 150 Ukrainian firefighters to California. Now, we sent them, somebody said $400 billion for 150 firefighters. Those firefighters are expensive. Somebody said, y'all better stay focused on Russia. Only 8 more days of funding. It's a nice thought. I don't think it's a reasonable thing to do, logical, because they're far away. First of all, 150 more firefighters. I don't know. Are they bringing their equipment and everything else too? Or I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, like somebody said, with all the money we've been spending, use that for what we've been sending it for, or give it back. But it was a nice gesture. Let's see what he said. He said, "Today I instructed Ukraine's Minister of Internal Affairs and our diplomats to prepare for the possible participation of our rescuers in combating the wildfires in California. The situation is extremely difficult and Ukrainians can help America save lives. This is currently being coordinated and we have offered our assistance to the American side through the relevant channels. 150 of our firefighters are already prepared." I know one thing. If I was a Ukrainian in the fight against Russia, I would love to come to California to help fight the fires. I would love to come to California. They probably petitioned to do this. There's other things I would talk about because this Fat Joe thing is something too that's been going on, but I will move on to Diddy. Let's move on to Diddy. So he's facing another lawsuit, assault lawsuit from a woman who claims he abused her when she was 16. I'm gonna move over to X for this. Somebody had the actual screenshot of the document. I didn't have time to go on look for the document. Let me find that real quick. The number 42 civil lawsuit has been filed against Sean Diddy Combs by a Jane Doe alleging assault in 2000. And this is the same year the girl who was 13 at the time claims this happened to her as well. The case was filed in New York Supreme Court and introduces a new plaintiff attorney to the Diddy docket. New York-based Michael F. Rubin. So this is not a Busby suit. This is a different New York-based attorney handling this. Let me see. Jane Doe alleges she was drugged and raped by Sean Diddy Combs and two of his employees/entourage when he offered her a ride home after a babysitting job. Child. Jane Doe was a 16-year-old high school student residing with her parents in Lower Manhattan. That means they had money. She worked part-time as a babysitter at an apartment building around the corner from where she lived. In the building where she babysat, a well-known woman whom the defendant was in a relationship also resided. A well-known woman who the defendant was in a relationship. I know Cassie had a Manhattan apartment, but this was in the year 2000. I don't know that she was with him in 2000. But it says on or about and between late August or early September 2000, when she was 16 years old, just before school started, plaintiff was working as a babysitter in the building where Combs' romantic partner lived. As she left the babysitting job and was exiting the building, the plaintiff came upon Combs, who was in the presence of two male individuals who apparently worked for him. Combs was sitting in a car with the door open. Combs engaged her in conversation, asking where she was going so late at night, and that it was not safe for her to be walking alone. Wow, imagine the diddler telling you it's not safe to walk by yourself. Come with me. She advised Combs that she lived around the corner, was familiar with the neighborhood, and would be fine. And I wish she would have used her first mind, because it sounds like she was blowing him off. Combs offered a ride home several times, which she continued to refuse. After much cajoling by Combs, she agreed and got into his car. He harassed her, basically, and she got in. And the only reason she got in was because of his celebrity. So he used his celebrity and his influence, his face, to convince this young girl to get into the car. Getting into Combs' car that day was something plaintiff would come to regret forever. During the ride, plaintiff became scared when they did not drop her off at home as promised. The defendant gave her a drink to calm her down. Mind you, she's 16. She soon became groggy and unsteady. Combs and his staff, the two male co-defendants, proceeded to a location where she was assaulted by Combs. I believe it also then said that she was eventually dropped off to the lobby of where she resided. Ay. They also have a post here, more for the Fed's co-conspirator list, possibly, because they have what they're calling an enterprise list that's going to be released sometime in March, I believe. And they're asking, are these two co-defendants going to be on that list? Now, we don't know who these people are. They're John Doe's 1 and 2 currently. She may not have known who they were. But it says alleged perpetrators John Doe's 1 and 2 are named as co-defendants. The plaintiff described them as two male individuals who apparently worked for him. Employees, personal assistants, paid entourage, ? Man. Let me come over to see what y'all are talking about. Wasn't he with J-Lo in 2000? I think so. I feel for her, another young, altered by the monster. Might have been J-Lo. Dang, 42 lawsuits. Ridiculous and disgusting. Well, Wayne said, guilty, guilty, guilty. Thank you for the bells, Chrissy. Hey, Mrs. Kiki. You said KK? KK? Oh, you're talking about the the assistant he was working with. KK. She said a personal relationship. It sounds like she knew because of the celebrity attached to it. Because we didn't know who KK was till, at least I didn't, until she got introduced during his arrest and all. But I hope we find out. I hope we find out. Let's see, what else do I have saved here on Twitter? Megan Thee Stallion got her 5-year restraining order against Tory Lanez successfully. Let me go to the post. Wait a minute, is this Cat Williams? Yeah, we're going to have to visit Cat Williams talking about Jamie Foxx and his stand-up. Okay, let's see. I might have passed it. Yeah. Let's see if she has it here. She actually had the whole, she was at court, Megan Cuniff. Let me go to her page. Oh, this is such sad stuff. Let's see. After a judge granted Megan Thee Stallion's restraining order against Tory Lanez, his lawyer said he doesn't think he'll make a music video like Cat from 2022 again. He said Lanez shouldn't be doing stuff like, yeah, he was a little harsh. And that's the video where he had butchered horse legs. Because, you know, the stallion, they equivalent that to a horse. And he had chopped them legs. They showed that in court during the trial. In their petition, Megan's lawyer cited a music video Lanez made to his song Cap, in which he's a butcher chopping horses' legs, then stands outside a courthouse, grabs a microphone from a reporter and raps, "B's trying to end me, so I cannot be polite." Lanez's lawyer, Michael Hayden, told reporters after court that Lanez shouldn't be doing stuff like, yeah, that was a little harsh. I guess you could call it speech because he was expressing himself through art. It's something that he did construct, and I don't think he'll do something like that again, said Hayden, a lawyer with the legal services group United the People, of which Lanez is a board member. I can't speak for him, Hayden continued. I think that nothing like that is going to come about. I think he wants to mind his business. She wants to mind her business. And see, the thing is that, you know, he did a song recently, or a verse on a song, where he talked more about Megan, the fact that he will just go ahead and shank her up. Since he's been in prison, he knows how to make shanks. Said he would do that next time. He said some horrible things actually in this verse, and I think that's what prompted her to file for this restraining order. It's like, keep my name out your mofo mouth. But I'm trying to look for her. She was in court and she had a whole thread about what was going on in court. What's she talking about? Trump. Oh, she reposted. Trump will be sentenced for 34 felonies at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. He will appear by video and will likely face no criminal penalties. It could be over in an hour, but the fight over its symbolism gives historic weight. I'm covering it live. 34 felonies, child. He tried to stop this through the Supreme Court and failed by 1 vote. Okay, I think this is it. Good morning from Los Angeles, where I'm in court for hearing on the Megan Thee Stallion's restraining order against Tory Lanez. Megan is ready to testify remotely via video. She was on camera when the judge called case. He's not hearing it now, but should get to it today. This is civil court, so judge who presided over Lanez's criminal trial isn't here. Instead, we've got a Judge Richard Bloom, who said he's retiring on the 17th. So if it doesn't finish today, they'll start over with a new judge. Bloom had only been on the bench for 2 years. And he's retiring? Bloom, a former Santa Monica councilman who is retiring after not even 2 years as a judge, could give us a close look at the hazards of attorneys recusing California judges under Step 70.6. Megan's lawyers booted the first judge, Melanie Ochoa, under 170.6. So they're stuck with Bloom. I wonder why they booted her. Looks like a black woman. Let's see. Melanie Ochoa of Los Angeles County has been appointed to serve as a judge in the Los Angeles County Superior Court. She's been director of police practices at the American Civil Liberties Union of Southern California since 2021, where she's been a senior staff attorney since 2020 and was a staff attorney from 2016 to 2020. She was an associate at O'Melvey and Myers LLP from 2012 to 2016. Served as a law clerk for the Honorable Stephen Reinhardt at U.S. Court of Appeals in the Ninth Circuit, 2011 to 2012. She earned her Juris Doctor from Harvard Law School and a Master of Arts in Sociology and Doctor of Philosophy degree in Sociology and Social Policy from Harvard University. She fills the vacancy created by the retirement of Judge Nancy L. Newman. Ochoa is a Democrat. So she's actually not been a judge for long either. But anyway, Megan Cuniff said, we're coming back at 1:30. Nothing will happen until then. And then she says, Megan Thee Stallion testified via video a few minutes ago in the restraining order hearing for Tory Lanez. She said she fears what could happen when he's released from prison. I feel like he'll hume me again, and maybe this time I won't make it. Now she says, we're on a break while Judge Bloom decides what to do. He definitely sounds like he's going to issue the restraining order against Lanez that Megan wants. In quotes, it says, seems to the court that there's ample evidence of harassing conduct dated back to at least 2020, he said. Lanez is not eligible for parole until September 2029. The restraining order Judge Bloom is issuing will be in effect for 5 years through January 9, 2030. The court does believe that the facts in this matter show both unlawful violence, a threat of violence, and a willful discourse of conduct that seriously harasses the petitioner and serves no legitimate purpose. I'm signing the order at this time. So that's that on that. People are mad about it. She has Tory Lanez has a Twitter army that goes after Megan like no other. I'm not going to read any of their stuff because it's disturbing. Let's see. Details from the restraining order hearing with Tory Lanez. Lanez had an illegal phone in prison. Okay. Judge calls the fact that Lanez shot Megan uncontroversial. Lanez's lawyer says he wants to mind his business. He don't act like he wants to mind his business. No matter how much somebody tells me I need to get past it, it's going to be okay. It just seems like I have to relive it every day. She testified, and she's saying she wrote an article with all the details. Okay. I'm gonna get to Cat Williams and his stand-up. Let me find it like this. Oh my God! Did y'all? This lady is preparing and eating raccoon, y'all. Have you ever seen such a disgusting thing in your life? No offense to anybody who's into this. I just think it's gross. Okay, Juti. Peace, babes. Yeah, look at that. It's disgusting. Anyway, let me move on. Here it is.
Fox's special. I saw Jamie Foxx's special. I didn't know what to think. 5 minutes in, I'm crying like a baby. The fuck am I doing crying at a special, nigga? Jamie Foxx ain't shit. That nigga will make you watch his funeral. Nigga televised his funeral. He ain't even dead. He was just up there. Let me be specific. Anything I say tonight is allegedly, bitch. I don't know shit. I just be up here talking. I love Jamie Foxx. Let me say that. I love Jamie Foxx. But his motherfucking clone. His clone ain't shit. His clone kept on messing up. The clone showed up with a face full of freckles. We ain't never even seen Jamie Foxx with freckles, bitch. This clone is stupid as hell. The clone didn't even have a tattoo on the back of his head. I couldn't believe it. I watched the whole thing twice. I still don't know what had happened was. That nigga started the story with, and somebody gave me an aspirin, and 21 days later, wait a minute, what? That's not it. You got to be more specific, sir. I'm scared of all them niggas. And they don't invite me nowhere because they know what the fuck is up. I want to see the shenanigans, my nigga, but I do not want to participate. This when I knew I was gonna fuck with Jamie. This nigga was having butt-naked basketball parties. And I love basketball. But I don't love basketball like that, bitch.
Okay. So I think we knew about the butt naked basketball. I don't think Jamie addressed that in his stand-up. But Cat Williams is a fool. We know that. He said he was a clone. Jamie disputed that in his stand-up by doing all his stuff. From Wanda impersonation again, the face, singing, brought his daughters up, all the things. But anyway, Cat Williams, he's doing what Cat Williams does. And making folks laugh, child. We need more of that in the world. I know that much. So my apologies to anybody who might have been looking for my anniversary special on Saturday night. I wasn't able to make it. I had a lot going on over here, and I've actually been donating a lot of meditation services to some of my clients, going through it because of the fires, and it's a little bit draining, so I have to replenish myself. And I've been spending a lot of time, my downtime, just trying to do that. So I will be doing it, though. Maybe I'll try again for next Saturday. But just to say, in case you were looking for it or gave a F, it didn't happen. So I will definitely try to shoot for that next Saturday. 6 years in the YouTube game as of January. Shout out to everybody who has been supporting, whether from the beginning, the middle, or current. I appreciate, love you so much. And I'm going to end this here. Till next time, y'all. Like this video too, by the way. Please like this video and consider subscribing. Till next time. Bye.